Welcome everybody to the KFFL trophy presentation, our 5th annual league. This is the 2nd annual trophy presentation because it's only 2 years old. Because I bought it for myself, but I didn't win. So anyway, I'd like to congratulate this year's winner, Kloda Bowl 5, Mr. Patrick McMahon. So we'd like to give him a little applause, maybe Dan, huh? No, you can't? Okay. There we go. Okay. So now I will let Pat engrave his name into the history books of the KFFL by putting his name plaque onto the actual. First take those screws out. That should work. How's it going? Trophy was polished, Dan. It has to be polished. Alright, now peel off the backing, yeah, and you should stick it on.
Should probably put the screws on first so you get lined up in the hose.
Shit show. Well, I guess while we do this, I can talk, so we'll keep things going. So while Pat's putting on his name in history, I'm just gonna a few facts I want to discuss about the whole league. Pat entered his 4th season in the KFFL this year with the 3rd highest overall record in league history, which obviously is a load of respect from all the other players. This year he led his team, Owens Ownings, to an impressive 7-1 start after choosing Adrian Peterson to the #1 pick overall, and then trouble hit. And it got Mr. McMahon worried. Pat struggled down the stretch as he went 1-4-1 in the last 6 weeks of the season, which included a 4-game losing streak and taking part in the league's 3rd ever tie game. It was actually against Dan. Despite that, he real good with it. Alright, so if we can zoom in on Pat, there he is in history. And as I'll continue to talk, despite all those losing at the end, he got a narrow 2-point victory in the final week of the season to clinch his 2nd ever division title, but most importantly, his 2nd ever playoff appearance. He was the 3rd seed for the straight consecutive year, but this time he finished with about a half a game better record of 8-5-1. In the semifinals, Pat faced defending champion of Kloda Bowl 4 last year, Mr. Alan Apel, who led the team 8 balls. This was pretty much a rematch of last year's game, except Alan Apel beat Pat McMahon last year, 106-98. However, this year was different. Pat got his revenge by pulling up a solid 132-123 victory in advance to his 1st ever Kloda Bowl appearance. In the finals, Pat faced the 4th seed or the wild card seed and Mr. Edward Lara. Yes, his last name is Lara. He's very big though. And Belichick, or Belichitter's successor, was his team. Ironically, the game came down to the #1 overall pick, Adrian Peterson. A team that has had the #1 pick has never won the Kloda Bowl, so Pat was trying to, rewrite history, I guess, or remake history, whatever you want to say. So prior to the Monday Night Football game, or the last actual game of fantasy football this year in 2009, the Vikings took on the Bears, and Ed had a 20-point lead of 97-77. Pat needed 21 points from Adrian Peterson to become the champion. Was it possible? Yes. But we were not. He was definitely nervous. Weren't you nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. But well, Peterson did deliver, and the game went to overtime. He had some fumbles. It was dramatic. 23 points for Pat, giving him the 100-97 victory, tying the lowest margin of victory ever of 3 points. Last year I lost by 3. Yeah. Okay. So there it is. So today we're officially celebrating Pat's Kloda Bowl 5 victory. And now, Pat, I would like to present you the replica trophy that you'll have to honor and hold for a full year until we crown next year's winner. So that's for you to keep for a full year. Now, okay. So now I'd like to present to you the official, thank you, the official KFFL Championship trophy for Mr. Patrick McMahon. There you go. not to mention this year, hold on, this year there's one more thing. They gave me a free medal, so you also get a medal. There's a few more notes I just want to go over, and then we'll take some photos for everybody. Some quick side notes. I would like to thank all the members, all 12 members that participated this year, as this was the first time that all 12 of us came back. One of them is, Mr. April and Mr. Lero. I would especially like to thank you guys for making this a more competitive league year in, year out, as 7 of the 12 teams were in it in the playoff hunt in the final week of the season, and the championship game came down to a 3-point thriller in 2 straight years. Also this year was the highest scoring playoff games ever, with an average of 113 points per team, so that's very impressive. So it was as more difficult for Pat to win this trophy. I would also like to thank Andrew April for devoting his time to filming this. I forget who filmed last year, I think it was Pankowski. I guess thanks Dan, he was here by default, by accident. Lastly, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ, because without him, Christianity would not exist and we all would be Jewish. Thank you all, I look forward to Kloda Bowl 6, and hopefully we can make this the best fantasy league that we'll ever know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah!
Alright, so now let's take a photo.